So hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. In this video I will show you top 10 isekai and harem anime. So be sure to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. And also comment about your interest and what kind of ranking do you want to watch next. Also comment about the video. Thank you so much. Let's start the ranking. Number 10. How a Realist Hero Rebuild the Kingdom. This is a new isekai anime released this year. This anime feature Kazuya-sama is unexpectedly transported to another world. He knows the people expect a hero. But Sama's idea of heroism is more practical than most. He wants to rebuild the flagging economy of the new land he's found himself in. Betrothed to the princess and abruptly planted on the throne, this realist hero must gather talented people to help him get the country back on its feet, not through war or adventure, but with administrative reform. Number 9. My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. Most people would prefer being the protagonist of a world full of adventure, be it in a game or in another world. But, unfortunately, a certain girl is not so lucky. Regaining the memories of her past life, she realizes that she was reborn in the world of Fortune Lover, one of the games she used to play. Unfortunately, the character she was reincarnated into, CHRONICLES, is the game's main antagonist, who faces utter doom in every ending. Using her extensive knowledge of the game, she takes it upon herself to escape from the chains of this accursed destiny. However, this will not be an easy feat, especially since she needs to be cautious as to not set off death flags that may speed up the impending doom she is trying to avoid. Even so, to make a change that will affect the lives of everyone around her, she strives. No. Number 8. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. In the distant past, a war between humans and demons brought about widespread chaos and bloodshed. To put an end to this seemingly endless conflict, Demon King Oswaldegod willingly sacrificed his life, hoping to be reborn in a peaceful future. In preparation for their king's return, the demon race created the Demon King Academy, an elite institution tasked with determining Eno's identity when he reawakens. He reincarnates 2 millennia later, but to his surprise, he soon learns that the level of magic in the world has drastically waned during his absence. Moreover, when he enrolls at the academy to reclaim his rightful title, he finds out that demonkind remembers him differently. His personality, his deeds, and even his legacy are all falsified, masked beneath the name of an imposter. This lack of common knowledge renders him the Academy's outlier, a misfit never before seen in history. Despite these drawbacks, Enos remains unfazed. As he sets out to uncover those altering his glorious past, he takes it upon himself to make his descendants recognize that their ruler has finally returned. Number 7. Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. The fantasy centers around Makoto Misumi, an ordinary high school boy summoned to an alternate world as a brave warrior. Unfortunately, the goddess of the world said with disdain, "Your face is ugly," stripped him of his title, and banished him to the outermost fringes of the wilderness. While wandering the wilderness, Makoto encountered dragons, spiders, orcs, dwarves, and all sorts of other non-human species. Due to differences in the environment from his home world, Makoto now exhibits extraordinary powers in magic and combat. Thus, he survives in this world while dealing with various encounters. The curtain rises on the alternate world social reform fantasy of a boy forsaken by gods and humans. Number 6. Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks? Forming a party with one's mother in an online game seems not only unlikely but also uncomfortable to most teenage gamers. Unfortunately, Masato Oizuki finds himself in that exact scenario. After completing a seemingly meaningless survey, he is thrown into the world of a fantasy_spell_merc_ and his mother Momoko actually tagged along with him. On top of all of that, Momoko turns out to be an overpowered swordswoman, possessing the power of 2-hit multi-target attacks. After minor tension between the two, they search for party members, meeting the merchant Porta and the sage Wise, starting their journey to clear the game. Number 5. Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Ichiro Suzuki, a programmer nearing his 30s, is drowning in work. Worn out, he eventually has a chance to catch up on sleep, only to wake up and discover himself in a fantasy rebounds per game world, which is mashed together from the games he was debugging in reality. In this new place, he realizes that not only has his appearance changed to a younger version of himself, but his name has also changed to Satu, a nickname he used while running beta tests on games. However, before Satu can fully grasp his situation, an army of lizardmen launch an assault on him. Forced to cast a powerful spell in retaliation, Satu wipes them out completely and his level is boosted to 310, effectively maximizing his stats. Now, as a high-leveled adventurer armed with a plethora of skills and no way to return to reality, Satu sets out to explore this magical new world. Number 4. World End. What do you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us? After Germania invaded a neighboring country in 1939, Europe spiraled into a devastating war. During the war, Germania set its sights on the weak Alpine country of Elistat. Boasting a far superior military and having achieved profuse success earlier in the war, it was expected that Germania would conquer Elistat with ease. Matters are only made worse for this small country when Germanian soldiers capture their princess, Ortfine Friederike von Illstadt, as she is heading to a crucial meeting with Britannia. Yet, when a concurrent Germanian transport mission goes awry, Izetta, the last witch alive, escapes. When she recognizes Princess Fine from her childhood, Izetta rescues her from the Germanian soldiers by making use of her magical abilities. Now reunited with the princess, Izetta pledges to protect Elistat from Germania, and with the last surviving witch on their arsenal, Elistat hopes to turn the tides against the imperialist war giant. Number 3. Outbreak Company. Shinichi Kanu is a shut-in otaku with a vast knowledge of anime, manga, and video games. One day, after applying for a job in hopes of escaping his secluded lifestyle, he is kidnapped and transported to the Eldent Empire, a fantasy world filled with elves, dragons, and dwarves. Trapped in this strange land, Shinichi is given an unlikely task by the Japanese government: to spread otaku culture across the realm by becoming an otaku missionary. To accomplish his mission, Shinichi has the full support of the Japanese government, as well as the half-elf maid Nukel and Princess Peterolka of the Eldent Empire. Together with this ragtag bunch, he will overcome the obstacles of politics, social classes, and ethnic discrimination to promote the ways of the otaku in this holy land. Number 2. How not to summon a demon lord. When it comes to the fantasy_spell_merc_ reverie, none can match the power of the demon king Diablo. Possessing the game's rarest artifacts and an unrivaled player level, he overpowers all foolish enough to confront him. But despite his fearsome reputation, Diablo's true identity is Takuma Sakamoto, a shut-in gamer devoid of any social skills. Defeating hopeless challengers day by day, Takuma cares about nothing else but his virtual life, that is, until a summoning spell suddenly transports him to another world where he has Diablo's appearance. In this new world resembling his favorite game, Takuma is greeted by the two girls who summoned him, Remgalu, a petite Pantherian adventurer, and Shreel Greenwood, a busty elf summoner. They perform an enslavement ritual in an attempt to subjugate him, but the spell backfires and causes them to become his slaves instead. With the situation now becoming more awkward than ever, Takuma decides to accompany the girls in finding a way to unbind their contract while learning to adapt to his new existence as the menacing Demon King. Number 1. Spirit Chronicles. Amikawa Haruto is a young man who died before reuniting with his childhood friend who disappeared 5 years ago. Ryo is a boy living in the slums who wants revenge for his mother who was murdered in front of him when he was 5 years old. Earth and another world. Two people with completely different backgrounds and values. For some reason, the memories and personality of Haruto who should have died is resurrected in Ryo's body. As the two are confused over their memories and personalities fusing together, Ryo decides to live in this new world. Along with Haruto's memories, Ryo awakens an unknown special power, and it seems that if he uses it well, he can live a better life. But before that, Ryo encounters a kidnapping that turns out to be of a princess of the Birdroom Kingdom that he lives in. After saving the princess, Ryo is given a scholarship at the Royal Academy, a school for the rich and powerful. Being a poor orphan in a school of nobles turns out to be an extremely detestable place to be.